I'm going to continue beating a dead horse, maybe, or I'm going to keep belaboring this point because I want people to fully understand it. And so I want to legalize you to say whatever you want. You're not going to be shaming me or anybody when I make this next reference. But I'm going to go directly to my column, because one of the things that has really bothered me in the last couple of years is like this Lizzo comes out of nowhere, this singer Lizzo. And she looks to be 320 pounds or so, and I'm looking at mainstream media and the left try to normalize her obesity. Obviously, I have an obesity problem. Again, I don't want this normalized. I don't think it's healthy, and it's like everything they seem to be pushing seems to be connected to death. Because again, the lifespan of overweight people, much shorter. I mean, that's just a fact. So I don't understand why there would be any motivation, any how someone could see it as healthy. Hey, let's tell overweight people that this is great and they shouldn't feel any sort of way about it, and you should feel good about being overweight. And you go, girl, or you go, Jason. It's crazy, and that's where I go to the satanic deal, is because and again, I've lived a promiscuous lifestyle. I'm not talking about things that, I'm not wagging a finger like I'm free of these sins, but again, it's not healthy. We see all the complications from. One of the main reasons why marriages have a much shorter lifespan than they used to is because everybody just thinks that they should be Hugh Hefner and should be swingers. And it's all of this stuff. And again, the promiscuous lifestyle, when you go to these neighborhoods that have a bunch of kids outside of marriage, what do you see in those neighborhoods? Shootings and death. Everything they seem to be promoting seems to lead to death, and that's why I call it satanic, and that's why I think it's unhealthy for us to be trying to pretend like Lizzo is some sort of sex symbol and that overweight little girls should aspire to be Lizzo.
Yeah, I think that gets, again, to one of those main differences between, and when I say right and left, I'm not talking about politics, but just sort of a cultural orientation, is that the left sees someone who's stuck in a ditch, and their response is, I'll help you stay. And the right sees someone who's stuck in a ditch, and their response is, I want to help you get out. And I thought about that last year in the height of COVID, right? A virus in which significant majorities of the people who died, unfortunately, had comorbidities. And some of those were directly related to obesity, whether it's diabetes or hypertension. And in the midst of that pandemic, there was a magazine that ran an article with two covers. Both of them had overweight women on them, one black, one white. And the the headline was, "This is what a healthy body looks like." And they did that in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. Because again, there's no sense of going too far on the left. And you're right. A lot of these things lead to death. Some directly. You talked about abortion, right? Some indirectly. When you convince an entire generation or you try to affirm an entire generation of boys that they may actually be girls, that's another way to lead to death, because you stop the next generation from being able to be propagated.